All right, guys, before I get to the next story, be sure to like the video. It's free and it don't cost you a damn thing. So yeah. Trump's third term. I can't believe we're already talking about a third term and the guy been in the White House for what 8 weeks now or something like that. Let me see. Yeah, more than 8 weeks, ain't it? Hell, fucking forgot. Like it really don't matter, right? But anyway, Mark Lamar Hill, man, he be cooking on his live stream, man. I suggest y'all check it out. It's called Night School. But this is a clip, and thank God Mark Lamar Hill don't copyright his stuff. Oh man, like you know, but like you gotta be careful doing this stuff because you don't know who copyrights stuff. YouTube don't they don't get you the heads up or nothing. Like, but like that copyright strike still fucked up our channel on YouTube. Like shit. Like our channel, we was actually like getting good views. They were low, like they laughable compared to bigger channels, but man, but thank you guys that's still watching us. Despite YouTube just basically shadow banning us, but. Anyway, let's get to Mark Lamar Hill talks about this. I like the way he breaks stuff down too. Well, here we go.
I know some of you think that this is hyperbole. I know some of you think that this is crazy talk. I know that some of you think that this is an exaggeration, but I promise you it is not. Donald J. Trump, the current sitting president of the United States, the 47th president of the United States, just said, and I quote, there are methods. I'm going to say that quote again. There are methods to getting a third term as president. That's right. He is openly toying with the idea of breaking the 22nd Amendment, which literally says that no president can serve more than 2 terms, consecutively or not. Doesn't matter. You can't serve more than 2 terms.
So basically, I know one method they want to do. Let's say J.D. Vance run for president. Then they said Trump can be J.D. Vance running mate, and then the first day as soon as J.D. Vance sworn in, he can step down, and then Trump can become president. Like, if you think that's going to happen, then you're definitely living under a rock. Like, bro, like J.D. Vance was the same one that called Trump a Hitler when it was cool to do so. And you telling me J.D. Vance is willing to sacrifice power? Like all these motherfuckers are power hungry. That's why they all cuddled around Trump's ball sack. RKs, the Tulsi Gabbers, like they've been dumped by the Democratic Party. So hell, they basically grifting to the Republicans at this point. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not gonna work. Um, so yeah, I know that one. And then this other senator, I forgot his fucking name. Really don't matter. He said that he will make a law where you could serve another term if you served non-consecutive terms. So basically, Bush, Clinton, Obama can't do it, and Biden he can't do it because he didn't serve. He served only one term. So like these motherfuckers are crazy. I mean, this is just crazy to just talk about this shit in April. Like what? Jesus, it's not even primary season yet. But anyway, let me continue.
In the United States as president. It's been like that for a very long time. Not always, but it's been like that for a very long time. You can't serve more than 2 terms total. He is in his second term. He was the 45th president and he's the 47th president. He's done 2 terms, but he's not done there. In an interview, Trump hinted that he's got other ways to stay in power. And his allies, like Steve Bannon, are already pushing for Trump in 28. Now, some people say, well, Trump is hyperbolic. He's talked about not leaving office before, or joked about it. He's talked about being a dictator. He said this, and he never actually follows through. Let's not trip out about Donald Trump. If we've learned anything from Donald Trump, it's that we have to take him seriously. Yeah. If we've learned anything from Donald Trump, it is that when he says it, he means it.
I disagree with that. I know what he's talking about, though. I'm not gonna, deflate. But yeah, like Trump said that he's gonna lower grocery prices. He didn't. Like anything Trump says is a lie. But in terms of what he's saying, like Trump saying that he wants to run, yeah, Trump Even the first term said he wanted to keep running and running and running. Like, this motherfucker must be gonna be pumped over Adderall for the rest of his life. Like, bro, you gonna be 80 something in 2028. Ain't he like 77, 78? Dude, you, oh my God, bro. If he ain't gonna run, I really believe that one of Beavis and Butthead, one of his sons, is gonna run. And don't be surprised if damn, what his daughter name? Not Melania. Hell, Ivanka. I was surprised if Ivanka runs too. Like see this family legacy shit, bro. Like it's hyperbolic, but let him continue.
Getting rid of birthright citizenship. He tries it. Stacking the courts. He's done it. Changing the federal approach to DEI, to gender identity. And we're going down the list. He has done it. Now, will he be successful at everything? No, but he tries it. This is not a game. This is not a dress rehearsal. This is not a practice. This is not a flex. Look at January 6th. When Donald Trump don't like how something go, he do something about it. So the question becomes, how do we deal with it? How do we deal with it? Now, in 1951, the 22nd Amendment was added to the Constitution. The reason it was added was because of the person y'all probably thinking of when you think about somebody being elected more than twice. That is FDR, Franklin Delano Roosevelt. He was elected 4 times in a row. And so,
but you know what? I'm gonna say this as a side point. Despite FDR not pushing for a black agenda, like the people talk about, on the New Deal, it did not include black people. So that's why I don't talk about FDR, even though the white comrades do. Well, I wouldn't call them comrades. White quote unquote leftists do. But again, like that what happens when you actually do things for people, they vote for you. Like the reason why Trump won again is because of the economy first, then God's second. Now, despite people, despite we know that Trump is a habitual liar and he's not don't care about the working class, but people are not tuned into politics like that. So you got to understand like what people coming from. Like, like people don't do what I do. Like they're not on, political Twitter. They're not looking up news articles. But the point I'm making here is, I guess I'm kind of getting off point because that's the way my brain works. They basically kept, they limited the terms because FDR kept getting reelected in over and over and over again, because he did stuff for people. And that really pretty much was the beginning of the downfall of our government, to be honest with you. If you look at it from that perspective, like they don't want to do nothing for us, man. Like, then Citizens United came in effect in the 70s, and then ever since then, the Reagan, the Reagan era, and then the Democrats turned into Reagan, and every other president has basically been Reagan, just different forms of it. Orange Reagan, senile Reagan, black Reagan, Bill Clinton, Reagan. So yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if Trump get away with this. I would not be surprised at all. I was just gonna say that as a side note. But back to Mark.
There's nothing ambiguous about the language. But here's the problem. Here's the problem. It's not a legal argument because there's no credible argument for this. There's a populist argument. Donald Trump won by a lot of votes, and a lot of people want him to be president. Donald Trump controls the courts. Donald Trump controls the Congress, at least right now. With all of those things in place, it's getting harder and harder to fight an effort from Donald Trump and his minions to undermine or overturn an election. It's that simple. It's that simple. Just give it to J.D. Vance and let J.D. Vance keep going. And Kristen Welker from NBC asked him that question, said, if one way to have a third term, proverbial third term, she meant, was to, you know what? Actually, what she was saying was, is it possible that J.D. Vance could run for the top job and then pass the baton to him? And Trump said, well, that's one, but there are others too.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the most logical. That's the most logical one. Oh, God.
She said, can you tell me another? He said, no.
There ain't no other.
But here's the problem. The 22nd Amendment, this is where Donald Trump is wrong. And I'm not sure exactly why Kristen asked it this way, but I think it might have been to get Donald Trump on the record. She's an excellent journalist and a very brilliant woman. I really, really, really like her, both at the debates, as we've seen before, and in other places. But Kristen said, are you going to run for VP as a kind of backdoor? And he said it's possible. Here's the problem. If you're not eligible to be president because you run enough terms, you're not eligible to be vice president, because the vice president is president pro tem of the Senate, and the vice president is the next in line. So you can't be vice president if you can't be president. So that the amendment doesn't just stop you from being president, it stops you from being, it stops all of it. Stops.
You know what, though? I would not be surprised if they change it so that basically he could run as vice president, and then if somebody's stupid enough to do that, like, you gotta run a campaign. Like, I don't like these motherfuckers have they don't be thinking. They just say shit. You know, like, you gotta run a campaign, and people are not gonna vote for somebody for them to fucking give power to Trump. Like, that just don't make any logical sense. But you know, the way that the world running now, I mean, especially the way America is running now, like, I wouldn't be surprised if MAGA base will accept that. No, nothing would not surprise me.
That's all of it. So the only way this works is if Donald Trump breaks the rules or changes the rules. Now, we know he could break the rules, but I don't think the American government is in such a place where breaking the rules will do it. I think we have to go past breaking the rules. I think we have to actually change the rules. That's all I'm going to say. But keep in mind.
So yeah, man, I'm gonna end it there. Check out, Mark Lamar Hill. He does the damn thing. Yeah, man. Like, yeah, I will not be surprised if that is a possibility. Anything is possible these days, man. Anything is fucking possible. The Supreme Court basically gave Trump immunity to do kind of whatever he wants to do. So we shall see.